Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Big Brother NAIJA. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you see that I've done quite a lot of videos about specific things that have happened in the show, because Big Brother NAIJA is kind of like a is the biggest reality show in Africa right now. A lot of people watch it, millions and millions of people around the world watch it. So let's just dive right into it. So today I'm going to be talking about one housemate in particular, and that housemate is Mike. In case you don't know Mike, Mike is a athlete and is one of the housemates in the Big Brother NAIJA house. He's married, he has a beautiful wife, and I think he's been married for about a year. And he also owns this Aries, cigar company where he sells his own personalized cigars. And he's mainly based in the UK. I think it's because of this show. That's why he's in Nigeria in this very moment. Because, with the history I've done on research about him, he doesn't really stay in Nigeria. He stays in England. Yesterday a situation happened in the Big Brother NAIJA house. Apparently, plantain came and all of a sudden they couldn't find the plantain because it's kind of like a habit in the Big Brother NAIJA house. Um, of the housemates to take things and keep them. They hide things, they hide food, they hide chicken, they hide drinks, they hide alcohol. Anything that is possible for them to hide, they hide it. Yesterday they decided to do a thorough search of the house in everybody's lockers to see if they're gonna find the plantain. Eventually, they didn't find the plantain, but during the course of that whole situation, um, um, Mike actually came for Tasha when a jar of honey was found in her cloth in her dressing table, and it was right there in plain view. But Mike was like, Tasha, but you have honey in in your wardrobe. I'm just saying, and the fact that you're standing over there, are you trying to block Elo from searching your stuff? But that was just unnecessary because Elo actually searched all of Tasha's stuff thoroughly, and Tasha was actually one of the housemates that went to each room to search for this. Elo confirmed that no, she's not obstructing me in any way. Then the main reason why Mike said that is because of the honey. But the last time they won their wager, it was Tasha's team that won their wager. So they are the ones that do the shopping. That's a privilege for housemates that win their weekly task. They get to choose what they want. So Tasha ordered honey, and she ordered honey because she wanted to use it to make her scrub for her body. And if you watch the show, you've seen that she has given a couple of housemates facials before. She has given Ike facials, and yesterday I think she gave Fraud facials as well. But Frodd was like, pressed about the fact that it was honey with Tasha. And Tasha was like, that's been here for 2 weeks and I purchased it with my money because we won. Your team has won before and they've purchased stuff. So why can't we? Also Frodd chipped in and was like, I Mike, but you guys ordered cashew nuts and chocolate. Did your team share it with any of the housemates? No. So what's the problem? Stop trying to start drama unnecessarily. After that whole argument, Fraud was checking other people's closet as well, and he happened to open one particular drawer, and he saw the kiwi fruit. He saw pure bliss biscuit and a bunch of other stuff that is for the whole house. And when he asked who owns this locker, Mike was like, "Yeah, it's me." Then Fraud was like, "Why do you have pure bliss in your cupboard? This belongs in the kitchen. Why do you have kiwi in your cupboard? This belongs in the kitchen. Why do you have biggest toothpaste in your cupboard, which belongs in the kitchen?" And Mike was like, "Oh, because I'm a rebel, because I'm a rebel," kind of like laughing it off. But Fraud wasn't having it. Fraud was like, so you have all these things hidden in your cupboard and you're trying to attack someone else and you're trying to look for trouble. Stop being a hypocrite. Stop trying to, cast the first stone. Then Tasha was like, don't mind him. Him is just a confused human being. He's a clout chaser. He's clearly trying to, chase clout. And I think the rest of the housemates as well agree, because Mike, I've realized that Mike is the type of housemate that we haven't really gotten to see any bad side to Mike since he has been in the house. He has found a way to, hide his true self. And even though he's kind of like a subtle bully, like some of the housemates have said, he has found a way to keep it under wraps because, everybody thinks he's the best guy in the house, he's the sweetest and he's neutral. But honestly, that is not the case because, Ford has also complained about Mike, that Mike is always trying to come at him. Mike is always trying to, bully him and make him feel bad about himself. So Frodd confirmed that, and yesterday it was just Mike just literally set himself up. Because how can you be complaining about someone that bought honey with their money when you have a bunch of stuff in your wardrobe that doesn't belong to you, that belongs to the whole house? And why are you trying to criticize someone for something you're doing as well? That's another side to it. And also, Mike is always trying to, assassinate Tasha's character. If you watch my previous video about the whole body odor thing, Mike was the one that brought it up, even though Kathy mentioned that she didn't notice anything like that. And Mike brought it up in a way where, he could embarrass Tasha in the midst of a lot of housemates. And he did it in a way that it seemed like he wasn't trying to embarrass her, but he was trying to embarrass her. So ever since he said that, I've noticed that Mike always finds a way to just attack Tasha for no reason. Anything she does, he always has something to say about it. Yeah, so basically, Fraud called out Mike and he wasn't having it because, obviously he has noticed a lot of things about Mike and about the fact that he always finds a way to insult people intelligently. Because also, not to be too harsh, but Mike is kind of condescending. He has a way of, attacking people, but attacking them in a way that it comes off as not insulting, but later on when you think about it, you realize that he actually meant it in a very bad manner. So he has that character of trying to impose his own beliefs and in his own ways on other people in the house. So this was not the first time something like this is happening. So after the whole situation, after Fraud called out Mike and defended Tasha, all of a sudden, Mike came out with his robe and he was bringing out the towel and he was trying to give the towel to Tasha to clean the floor because during the search, a bottle broke by Tasha's bed and it was a Guinness bottle, so it was dirty. So Tasha cleaned it up, but Mike came back outside to give Tasha the Dettol to do it again, and Tasha obviously ignored him because you just practically insulted me in the dressing room and now you're trying to give me something like everything is all good. No, we're not talking, we're not friends. I'm not giving you the time of day. So she walked away. Then Mike started on and he was like, if something is dirty, you can't use Victoria's Secret to clean it up. This and that it's because of things like this. That's why everything in the house is happening. We can't have visitors and the room be dirty and things like that. But Frodd was like, she doesn't want it at all. If she wants it or if she asks you for it, you'll give it to her. But you can't just come up to someone and just give someone something that they didn't ask for. Why are you doing that? You know? Then after that, he went to the room and he was trying to, obviously talk to Frodd about the situation. And Frodd was like, Tasha cleaned the floor with bleach and some other items. So it's clean. She actually mopped it. So I think it's your shoe. So that's what Ford was saying. Then Mike was like, oh, okay, okay, okay. So after that happened, Frodd and Tasha were talking, and Tasha was like, when I see that you're purposely trying to, look for trouble and you're trying to get a rise out of me, I'm not gonna give you that satisfaction. I'm gonna ignore you. I don't have to respond to you, especially when I know that you're on a mission. And you're doing this because of a certain reason. So I'm not gonna give you the time of day. I'm not gonna give you the clout you want. I'm not gonna give you the highlight you want. And Ford was, agreeing to what Tasha said. She also mentioned the fact that she's noticed that things that belong to people that she's close with, he always tries to violate it. For instance, Sodi had a red band, and that's one of Sodi's things in the house, and Mike threw it in the trash. And Frodd actually called him out for it. That why would you do that? But he just gave a flimsy excuse. So Tasha cited that as well. That the reason why Mike did that was to get a rise out of me, to be honest. And I just ignored him. I chose to ignore him on purpose. So Fred was like, "Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I really do." So, and all of a sudden, Mike came into the room with a mop and started mopping Tasha's corner of the house of the room. But again, Tasha ignored him. She didn't give him the light of day and all that. So after that whole situation happened, um, everybody in the house was talking about the fact that Mike moved to sleep beside Tasha. And Mike always claimed that Tasha had body odor. So why would you leave your room that is perfect and go and sleep beside someone that allegedly has body odor? It makes no sense. Because why would you do that? You wouldn't want. And again, Mike kind of gives off the impression like he doesn't like Tasha. So why would you leave your room that you like with your friends and come and sleep in a room that your enemy is sleeping in or someone that you don't like is sleeping in? This just sent the message that, Mike is just on a mission and he plans to just, find a way to annoy Tasha and, aggravate her and provoke her in any way he can. Because Tasha is a strong competitor in the game, a huge competitor. And Tasha is one of the people in the house that doesn't suck up to Mike. She doesn't care that he has an accent. She doesn't care that, he's schooled in England. She doesn't care that he has, a cigar company. We're all in this house together and I'm going to treat you the way I treat every other housemate. You're not special whatsoever. So that's the kind of attitude Tasha has. And I think that, triggers Mike. That really triggers him. Also, Ike also spoke about it as well. And Ike was like, when he heard about the whole situation yesterday, he went to his room because there are some things that he doesn't want to involve himself in. Mike is my friend, but I'm not gonna, co-sign something when I know you're trying to just do this out of spite and out of pettiness. So Ike kind of removed himself for the situation. He didn't want to be involved with it whatsoever. And Ike was also talking to Tasha, and he said, honestly, you're really matured for your age at 23. If someone did that to me, I wouldn't take it lightly. It's not funny, but especially knowing that I don't have any strikes, I can do whatever I want. So Ike kind of commended Tasha for not giving Mike the reaction he was looking for. And, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, so right now that's the situation in Big Brother's house. Ike was really proud that Tasha didn't give Mike what he wanted. And it's crazy that, his wife is probably sitting at home and watching the show, or her phone is blowing up, of people sending her various videos of her man doing way too much on the show, trying to get into situation that he doesn't even need to be in the first place, trying to get a rise out of a 22-year-old girl, trying to put her down because men don't talk about, women like this. You know what I mean? You never see Ike bringing up Tasha, saying she has body odor. You never see Ike trying to, go out of his way to spite Tasha for no apparent reason, just because you don't like her, or just because, you see her as a threat. You just shouldn't do that. Especially as a married man, because everything you do in this house is going to follow you outside this house. People are watching, millions and millions of people are watching, and this is just not a good look for you, you know, because Tasha didn't say anything to you. You went out of your way to try to throw shade and ended up, embarrassing yourself on national TV because what he said and what he did was uncalled for. And that's why Fraud put him in his place. And Frodd also did that um, because of the things Mike has done to him as well. And we viewers, we see everything, even though we don't see everything like, other people say, because the cameras don't show us everything. But the ones we do see, we can see what you're doing, you know? And like I said, this is not a good look. It's bad for business. It's bad for, your money. It's bad for your bag because this can hinder you from winning that money. if they see you trying to spite a lady, as a man. Do you understand? So it's crazy because right now, you're messing up your money, you're messing up your bad, you're messing up your business, your future business dealings, you're um making yourself look bad, you know. Because at the end of the day, in a show like this, you have to try to, keep your integrity, you know, remain the same from the beginning of the show to the end of the show, you know. Don't try to be, petty or bitter or go out of your way to spite other people, because it's not a good look, period. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching and thank you for listening to me. Please like this video and please subscribe to my channel and share this video if you care. You can also comment below about what you think about the story, what you think about the Big Brother show to this very moment and who you're rooting for. But aside from that, thank you for listening, and until next time.